So what are my tips for preparing to speak in a virtual environment at an online event? So a caveat, these tips are not always ones that I do myself. So this is definitely a case of do as I say, not as I do here. And that's because I think I can just do it now. I can just start presenting at the drop of a hat. And that obviously comes from years of practice in radio and TV. So I can, go live at the spin of a sixpence, or whatever the expression is, the turn of a dime. But most people need to prepare a bit before doing that. So before you are going to be appearing at an online event or talking virtually to people, give yourself some time, 5-10 minutes. Don't just rush in last minute. Prepare in the room that you're going to be speaking in, where you're going to be broadcasting or whatever, going live, as we say. Kick out members of the family that don't need to be there. Remove the playful kitten and the whining dog, the shouting teenagers. Get that out of the way. Maybe that's just my house, but I think we're all experiencing that. Get rid of all those distractions. Close the windows so you can't hear your furloughed neighbours doing even more DIY and raising the value of their damn house while yours isn't because you're too busy. Again, probably just me, but I'm sure it's maybe universal for some people. Get in the mood of the event and the mood that you want to be getting across to people. Everyone that you're going to be now talking to is turning on going, oh, I want to be entertained, I want to be enthused, I want to be engaged. Even if they're not consciously thinking it, subconsciously they want to. They don't want to be zoomed out and go to a boring Zoom event. So you need to hit the ground with that. Everybody listening wants to be engaged and enthused by what I say. Get yourself into that zone. Now, that's because afterwards, after they've listened to you, at the end of the day, they go and watch really amazing broadcasts with professional broadcasters, presenters and actors talking to them. And I think they deserve that in their business life. I really do. We need to be getting the best, on our screens during the day as well as the ones we watch at night. Because if not, we know what happens. People switch off. They start doing the 101 other things that you can do online beyond listening to an online event, shopping, messaging, emails, all that good stuff. And I can do all that, by the way, and keep nodding and looking at the camera quite a lot in events. So if I can do it, that means other people can do it. So if people are really engaged. You can see the chat boxes filling up. You can see the questions coming in. People are listening and really bothered by what's going on. Now, as a moderator, as an event host, I know if a speaker is pants because I just have to look at the chat and it's empty and no one's asking questions and it's painful, and I then have to think up loads of questions for them so that they don't feel embarrassed at the end of it, and nobody wants that. I want everybody there to be enthused and engaged. We shouldn't be relying on the event host, the MC, to be the lively person. Every speaker should come on and give that energy and that excitement when they're talking. So you do have to work hard if you're the speaker to get that. You have to really amp up your energy. Do some breathing exercises before you start to energize yourself. Do some weird, crazy facial exercises, because the more animated the face is, the more the muscles are moving, and that's better for people to watch. Emphasize the vowel sounds that you're going to say beforehand. That's a good way to warm up your voice as well. Chew, whatever it is, get those muscles moving, get this smile going, because as well as channeling the liveliest person when you go on and present, you need to raise the volume and smile, smile, smile.